Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the next episode of Culver City Living. I'm Christine Van Slyke with Remax Estate Properties, and today I'm pleased to introduce Scott Wilson, the owner and head coach of Culver City Tennis Club.
Thanks for having me on.
So maybe as a starting point, you can provide a little bit of background on the programs that you provide.
Culver City Tennis Club is a grassroots program that supports really the programs we have in Culver City Unified School District. But it is not only for people who live in Culver City. It's for anyone who can come play. But we do help support the middle school team as well as the high school team. I have my own children that play in our program. My daughter from 9 to 16. So we have a little bit of something for everybody, from beginners to advanced players. Yeah, I was really fortunate when my daughter, when Hayden was going to be a sixth grader at the middle school, I had reached out to the athletic director. He's a fantastic guy. He's been there a long time. His name is Tom Salter, and talked to him a little bit about tennis over at the school. And he had suggested that we maybe have a meeting at the school with student athletes, see if there's any interest. And so gosh, coming up on our 6th year, we had that meeting. We had 50 kids that showed up that showed interest in playing tennis.
And you've been doing this for like 25 plus years. What got you into tennis or coaching tennis in the first place?
Unlike a lot of people, I wasn't really just a tennis player, and I was an okay tennis player. I did play tennis growing up. Team tennis, took lessons and that kind of stuff, but I was always interested in other things. I actually raced bicycles professionally. I had my own professional cycling team for a while. So I've done a lot of different things, but tennis was always there. And actually, a friend of mine who graduated with me from Samohi, a good friend of mine named Adam Brewer, and another friend of mine named Steve Bellamy, were going to start this new business called the Palisades Tennis Center. This was just almost 26 years ago. And they asked me, because they knew I had played tennis, and I still play tennis, to come up and try to help them start this program. And I said, I have this other job. It's pretty fantastic. And actually, at the time, funny enough, Steve Bellamy said, well, how much do they pay you? And I said, this much. He said, I'll pay you double if you come work for me. And so funny enough, that's actually how I went to coaching tennis. I said, you'll pay me double? He said, yeah. I said, okay. That would end up leaving me here at Culver City, where I would say, hey, maybe there's an opportunity to start something in Culver City, kind of like we had done in the Palisades. So yeah, that's it. I got into tennis.
Well, I think too, from what I hear, it's even all the kids, like the kids love you, right? And you have different levels of kids. You have the ones that are competitive, you have the ones that are, really young and just starting out, right? Your programs go across the spectrum.
So for me, sort of trying to remember, hey, where did this all start? It started with 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders, most of which didn't play tennis. Most were beginners. And so of those 50 boys and girls that started the program, most of them did not play tennis. Interesting enough, those players that started with me in 6th grade today are the number 1 players on the varsity team at the high school, the number 2, the number 3, the number 1 doubles.
Cool.
Yeah, and so what's really cool is that those kids who started in 6th grade, and one was my daughter, she didn't play tennis, and at 6th grade and as a freshman, she came out and was the number 1 player on the team. Anyone can play. Our program is for anyone. If you've never held a racket, even up until a really high level junior player that maybe wants to go play in college. So we try to make sure that everyone's taken care of, and that not only are we taking care of everybody, but that each level takes care of the next level. So I think that's part of the philosophy, right? Is that everybody helps bring each other up. We don't step on each other to get to the top, but we actually, if we get up, we bring the next person up. And I think that's a big part of what we do. And for me, as a human that exists here on planet Earth, I think that's really important for me. That thing is to make sure we help people along.
Well, thank you. Thanks again for taking the time. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Again, I'm Christine Van Slyke with Remax. If you need help, if you're looking to buy or sell or looking to invest in real estate, let me know. But also, if you're another business and looking to be sponsored on this platform, then don't hesitate to give me a call. Again, Scott, thanks again. Have a great day.
Thank you, Christine. I appreciate the opportunity.